Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, it is so bright. Good morning, everybody. Hi. It's me. You can probably hear the dash hound trying to get in. I'm just trying to move my microphone. Can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure. I'm actually using my actual proper mic, but I'm not sure if it's picking me up okay. I might have to move it. So let me know if you can't hear me and I will move the microphone. Hi, everyone. Oh, it is sweaty here in Vancouver, and I'm here to on Lion's Portal to what is it called? Like do some things. If you're here, can you say hello in the comments so I can see you? I would love to see everyone's comments. And hi, hello. Oh my gosh, hi everyone. Hi. It really helps to get some of the people to say hello. So I have got so many things to share with you, so many things to do today with you. I've got 4 products to share with you that I have been working on, and it was actually a coincidence that that like everything aligned to be around the same time, if that makes sense. So my book, let me grab that. I've just been trying to get everything sorted. So my book is released today in North America. I don't know if it's released on the Canada. I know someone let me know in the UK. Let's have a look. That it wasn't coming out until September. But this is pretty normal that you have to wait because they have to get there, right? Once they're shipped and everything. I saw it on French Amazon. Oh, thank you. Okie pokey. So it comes out in the Canadians. Oh, today. It says today that it's coming out in Canada today. It will be available on the Amazon, and hopefully in your metaphysical stores wherever you are, and in bookstores. It's going to be bonkers again to see my book in the store. So I was working on everything for the release of the book because I knew when it was going to be coming out. And then there is these new decks that I have been working on for years, and they everything sort of happened that it was going to be coming out at the same time. So if you hang around, I'm going to be doing some free readings with the brand new decks. I am extremely excited and nervous, and I hate I'm really not very good with like launch day things because it really like makes my nerves go completely flippity floppity, and I am just very, very I don't know, I get very freaked out, and yeah, so I'm really excited, but I'm also like really nervous. Like it's really, really nerve-wracking. So the campaign is live, which is then my son came, and for those of you who have been bumblebees for a long time, my dogs bark no matter what. So my son came from his dad's place, and the dogs went mental, so that's why I was a couple of minutes behind. I wanted them to be a little bit quiet. So there's the link to the campaign, and we're going to talk about things, I guess, in order a little bit anyway. So happy Lion's Portal, everybody. Gosh, that's crazy, isn't it? That this is all happening through the Lions portal. So let's talk about the book for a little bit, and then I'll get into the decks and we'll get into readings. I love that I have a big format book now. Like, I don't know if it's, I grew up in my witchy years reading Llewellyn books and seeing these big formatted books and just being like, oh my gosh, they're just so like serious and juicy and like this big format. And now I have one. And tell you a little secret, guys, my little bumblebees, I'm nearly finished the 3rd manuscript with Llewellyn. So that's going to be going over to them at the end of the month at the latest. I think I'm going to be sending it over a lot quicker. And it's another tarot book, and I'm so excited. So there'll be another book out next year. So that's crazy. So this book is a look through basically like my tarot grimoire. When I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to get on to it too much, but when I started my training and my study in the craft in Wicca, because that was my background in magical practices, you were asked to find a divination system to work with. Like, that was one of the things you had to do for your year and a day, was you had to keep a journal, a mirror book, and you had to have a form of divination. And I picked the tarot. I've got lots of other forms of divination, especially if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know for sure that I've got lots of things, but tarot was my first love and I love it forever. And so I've been working with magic and tarot and teaching and learning and all that kind of stuff for a very, very long time, like 26 years now, I think it is, a long time. So this is how I move my practice from the readings into the world. How, if I was going to want to manifest with a specific card or tap into the energy of a specific card that really stood out in a reading, how can I bring that energy into or out of my life? If you've got cards like the 8 of Cups, how can I help with the transition? If it's the Devil card, which is one of my favorite cards, how can I move that temptation away? So there is a lot that goes with that. And this is the book. So I posted on social media yesterday that it's dedicated to my magical bumblebees, which is all of you, because my bumblebees are like, you guys are the reason I get to do what I do. You're the reason that I am able to sit in this sweaty office and write my books. And I never thought in a million years that I would be an author. I really didn't. Even though I've written all my life, I've got books that I've written, like, chapters from when I was at, 10 and 7. I've been writing my whole life, but I just didn't think that was going to be something that I was going to do professionally. And now I get to do it. So, and it's all thanks to you. And I'm going to show you now. I also am a real big thank you so much for being a backer. Yay. Thank you, backer 25. I love having a quick cheat sheet. I'm all for it. And can we just stop at this freaking cover? I'm so lucky. They sent me the cover. I sent ideas, like a couple of ideas of what like I wanted to maybe look like, and they sent it back and I was like, oh my God. Like, so this is by Alba BG, and did the White Lumen Tarot, which I love and I have with Liminal 11. It's just like, this was designed especially for this book, and that, like, oh my gosh, I can't even about how much that means to me. So I have got these lovely cheat sheets at the back. So a list of tarot spreads by need. So this is, if you're really like, okay, I need a love or relationship spell, tarot spread. It's got it in the back, and I even put the card as well so that you know what card I have put into what one. So there's love and relationships, home, healing, career and work tarot spreads, money and prosperity tarot spreads, protection tarot spreads, justice and karma tarot spreads, spiritual tarot spreads, personal growth, and then miscellaneous. And then I also have a list of spells by need, and I've done exactly the same thing. I've listed it out in those categories for like love, career, work, money, protection, personal growth, and I put the card as well. Okay. And then there's also recommended readings, recommended titles for like if you want to do more in your reading and more like what books I would recommend for you. So let's have a look at the Two of Pentacles. And I've put in here some key concepts or keywords. And I put key concepts instead of keywords because I think concepts is a way, even though I do refer to keywords a lot in my my stuff, key concepts really it's a concept, right? It's not just a word, it's like a whole kind of area. So the key concepts for the Two of Pentacles is juggling, flow, balance, and adjustment. And then I have a little bit of information about the card because I wanted anyone who was newer to the tarot to be able to pick this up and at least get some of the concept of the card before they dove into it. And that's all on one page. So it's very easy for you to look up at the card, see how those key concepts and that information about the card relates to the image. And then this is something I think that a lot of people can really relate to. So the first one is a work versus life tarot spread. I have been working, 12, 14-hour days, so I probably need to do this. But this is to help you bring back some of that balance, right? Because we see in the Two of Pentacles this juggling and flow and those waves at the back with those ships that are built, right? They're built to go over waves. They're built to float on water. So that is something that they were designed for. So this card is very specific about the symbols, okay? So like the design of that is really, really important. And then the spell is one I know that like my bestie, she needs to do this. Stop saying, actually my sister does too, my little sister, stop saying yes at work spell, okay? And I created that because, I think a lot of us are very competent and we want to help and we're very good at our jobs. And and then we say yes, and then someone in your job goes, oh, this person's competent. Let's give them more work. And then, or it's like, can you just do this one little thing for me before I go? And it's like 4:30 on a Friday. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, stop. Like, it's just so bad. So this spell is to help you say no at work. And I have the best time to cast. So this is the waning moon. Then what you'll need, and here we've got, and everything I wanted to have it as accessible as possible. So you're not going to find, I love a good book that has like really witchy stuff, like that's to go and find. But I'm also a mum and I have a family and I have, I don't necessarily have all the time to source products and source things or, the money to get expensive stuff. So everything in here is pretty accessible. And as I say in the beginning of the book, you can always substitute. So a small tumbled citrine or clear quartz, because we all know clear quartz is a substitute for any other stone. An empty essential oil bottle. So something like this, if you have it. Orange oil or dried orange peel, ginger oil, pine oil, and sandalwood oil. Now, sandalwood oil is the bougiest thing on this list. And that is something that you can definitely substitute out if you don't have sandalwood oil. And then you're making a little power oil blend, which you will only need a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit to work with. And then I walk you through how to do the spell and how to use the oil. And then I have little tips all the way through the book. So this one is an anointing oil tip. Let's see if I can find another one. This one is a plant magic lore. So I've got stuff like that all the way through. So just in case you're not quite sure as to why something was chosen, or you're brand new to something, I've got little tips all the way through the book. And at the beginning of this as well, I talk about why having your own tarot grimoire can really help you beyond the reading. I talk about spell casting 101 if you've never, ever cast a spell, and just the basics of magic as I have been able to see it, that when it will work with the tarot. You don't need any experience to work with this, right? Like I talk about color and magic, so there's things in here that it's very, I talk about the moon and magic, and it's simple and easy and accessible, and that's exactly what I wanted. This is not a deep dive into magical history. It's not a deep dive into tarot history. It's not a high ceremonial magic book. This is an accessible, everyday, I need questions answered. I need answers about my career, my love life, my family, my work, my money, and this is a way to work with it. So it's out today, so I'm very, very excited. So that's Tarot Grimoire, and I'm actually going to be giving a signed copy away today. So if you have made a comment in the chat, you are already going into the draw to win a signed copy. I got my author copies 2 days ago. So, and I will sign it and I will send it anywhere in the world for you. So that'll be one of the things I'm giving away this morning. I have my favorite group mug. I nearly smashed it the other day. I caught it last second, and I tell you, I had such a heart attack. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just replying to someone. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's talk about these projects. Oh my gosh. Okay, so long time ago, many moons ago, I don't even have a what is it called? I don't even have an older copy to show you because they're all in storage. But back in 2016, I believe. Sorry, guys, that's just my puppy. He's going to come over here now. Hi, sweet boy. So I'm sorry if he makes noise. This is Apollo for those bumblebees who've known me for a while. My dash hound. So back in 2016, I believe I created this deck called the Money Magic Manifestation Cards. And I did that because growing up, my parents moved from Canada. Yes, I was born in Canada, born in the Ottawa. Moved from Canada to Australia. My dad's family was there, and my dad is a carpenter, and he was tired of the Ottawa weather. He's actually from London, and they moved. They immigrated, and they have it in stock in my local bookstore. So if I don't win, you know where I'm heading next. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Magically Mundane Tarot. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry about the dog, guys. He's so noisy. He's chewing a little chew. so when we moved, we didn't have a lot of money, right? So if anyone's family has immigrated to another country, you know that your parents tend to work all the time, and my parents worked all the time. And I grew up with a baby boomer father and a mother whose mother was a single mother, right? So those two things can and will create a lot of very interesting money baggage. Baby boomers, especially my dad's generation, and I'm not shaming either of my parents, right? There's no shame in this. There is no, I don't believe in shaming people around their stories of security and money and foundation. And again, I'm sorry if you can hear Apollo at my feet, but he will scratch at the door if I kick him out. My grandmother was pregnant with my uncle while she watched bombs. She was a bomb watcher in London during World War II. And so that's got a lot of stuff, right, that's going to come up around money. So if they got oranges in their stockings, you know, at Christmas, that was a good year for my dad. So there was a lot of money stuff that came up around that set of generational parents who I adore my parents, and then being immigrants to a new country. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's expensive. You can't do what you love. You need to have a secure job. You're never going to make money doing something creative. Like all those things that I'm sure we've all heard before, whether it's from our parents, our friends, school, you know what I mean? So like society in general. And I'm an old bird, right? Like we didn't have influencers and the ability to go on YouTube and do your own thing back when I was growing up. So one of the things I really wanted to do was heal my money story and heal my relationship with money. And the way that I started to do this was through working with affirmations and the spells behind words. And spells can be things that are just spoken into being. And they're just positive energy that you're trying to align yourself with. Hence, the Money Magic Manifestation cards came to be. And I actually painted these backs look how bright they are. Back in the day, these were done with liquid watercolors. It was so bright. The first edition were really skinny cards. And people really, really loved them. And I had a little handout. I wish I could have found them in storage, but I actually don't know where they are. And these were born. And there were really simple ways to just bring some positive money messages into your life. It is safe for me to spend money. I know there's always more where that came from. I have permission. There's a lot of permission cards in here because, you know, it can be really hard to feel like you need somebody else's permission. I have a healthy relationship with money. I'm ready to play big. I release any fear of being wealthy with love and forgiveness. This is one of my favorites. Today, money flows to me effortlessly. And so these cards were born, and a lot of people really liked them. So I did another edition, which is this one, which is the poker size cards. And then I really wanted to redo the art because this was just something that I did very, very simply back when I was doing like the Bad Bitches Tarot. So I wanted to redo the art, and then I started to work with different people and get the get some different art together. And then it kind of aligned that I wanted to do a workbook, right? So these affirmations are great. I think it's a lovely affirmation to have. Oh my gosh, this dog is killing me. Please tell me, can you guys hear him? Because if you can, I'm so sorry. I deserve to feel good about money. So this is wonderful. But how do we unpack this? how can we unpack this around our money story? How can we unpack this and look at where that seed took place in our lives? And this is what I wanted to do, was to write an actual book. Yes, because I totally understand dog life. Apollo, you are making a debut on, well, not a debut. Anyone who's in my coven has heard this dog a million times. So that is what I'm doing with the redesign. And I was working with another creator who's done the Luminous Flow Tarot, and it aligned that we have done all three together. Now they're not on my website. They are on Kickstarter, because getting decks printed is very, very expensive. So here's the Kickstarter campaign. It's live right now. And I am doing the Kickstarter campaign to get 3 decks printed. Now my full samples for the Money Magic manifestation cards haven't arrived. I only have a few of them. Available. But there are going to be two versions of the Money Magic cards. And then I have a new tarot deck. Now I released the walkthrough for the Luminous Flow Tarot yesterday. So you've probably seen that. If not, you can definitely go and check that out. This is a sample deck. Oh, there's some money cards in here. Cheeky monkey money decks cards got in here. So I am doing a Kickstarter for all 3. The backs for the little ones have changed as well. They're different, but this is what we're doing. So I'm going to talk to you about the 3 decks. The first one is the Luminous Flow Tarot. This is a sample deck. Please be aware that some of the art will change. And the backs, see those beautiful butterflies and the moons and the that's all going to be a light blue gilding. So my newest one, the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot. The gold on the back here. Butterflies and the moons. Every detail that's on the back that's not the blue is going to be blue hollow. Not blue hollow, blue gilding. Okay. It is a standard size tarot deck. And the artwork is done. Everything is done. I'm just playing with the proportions. Look at that star card. So the artwork is done. The guidebook is pretty close to being finished. Oh my gosh, the 6 of Wands. And the amazing, amazing Beati, who I found, look at the 3 fates for the wheel, did such an amazing job. Thank you to everyone who's backed it. If you have backed the deck, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to see. I'm not actually looking right now because it makes me very nervous. So guys, oh my gosh, look at what she has just done an incredible job. And if you haven't seen the full walkthrough, you can go and look at that on my channel. She's just done a great job. Okay. So I'm going to do some readings with those in a minute. So the art is done, completely finished. The guidebook is nearly done. And that one is one of the decks that's available for the Kickstarter. The book is going to be the same size as in the dimensions, as the cosmic wisdom. Okay, so it's going to be a lovely big guidebook. And one of the stretch goals is that I will do this, the mind mapping of the symbols. Let me show you a book that I've actually scribbled quite a bit. I'll be doing something like this for the guidebook as a stretch goal. Not this part, because I've actually written a bunch of for the cards, but like this mind map thing. So it's going to be the same size. And the box is going to be the same size with the clamshell. Obviously a different design for the Luminous Flow Tarot. I will tell you guys this if you're on the fence about what to back. The prices, especially the bundles in the Kickstarter, I'm not doing bundles on my website. I'm telling you that right now here, the bundles are a Kickstarter exclusive, okay? And it's going to be a lot cheaper on Kickstarter to help get the deck printed than it will be on the website, because I wanted to have the opportunity for you guys to get the bundle, if you want to get the bundle to work with these decks together, at a lower price than what it will be to be individual on my website when they're available to order. And they won't be available to order until next year anyway, because production takes a long time, or they won't be ready until later this year, right? I mean, we're heading into later this year anyway, but I just want to let you know. And the early pledge, I've just gone onto the website, onto the Kickstarter now. The early bird decks, I'm letting you guys know that, yeah, the early bird complete collection, there are still 11 copies left. No, 21 copies left of the early bird. And once that's gone, it's gone. The complete collection, once that's gone, that's gone. And in the complete collection for both the early bird and the standard, you're going to get a free sticker book. And this isn't just the stickers like last time, it's a free sticker book. And once they're gone, they're gone. And there's not going to be a collection like that on my website. They're going to be individually sold, which you can still do on the Kickstarter. But I just want to let you know, it's if you're like, oh, I don't know, this will be the one and only chance you're going to get the bundle. All right, so that's the tarot deck. So it's going to have the same box and everything. Now, the full illustrated, we have two versions of the Money Magic Manifestation cards. This is the full standard version. And with the gold as well on the back here, that is going to be gold as well. So that's going to be, everything here is going to be gilded. The sides will be gilded as well. These were just sample cards. And look at how amazing these cards are. Now, I just want to let you know, so here, if you can see, it's safe for me to be a boss and create what I want in my life. That this highlight here, we've made it a little less strong, so it's easier to read. This is why you do samples, right? To see how the print quality is going to come out. So we've made some adjustments on that. It is safe for my business to succeed. What else have we got? That one's a little bit fuzzy. All of my actions and words attract wealth into my life. And this is the same artist. I forgive and release my financial stress with love. She's done such an amazing job. I am ready to accept even more abundance in my life. Money is energy that flows to me. I create my financial reality and beautiful abundance. This is one of my favorites. I attract money like a beautiful magnet. Yes, we do, everybody. This is another one of my favorites. Money loves me and I love money. This is okay to love money. I'm supported in my success. Now, we've actually updated this card. So there's actually more beautiful things on that card. I have a healthy relationship with money. Thank you, Patricia. I've worked really hard. I mean, I've had these decks, the Money Magic decks, since 2016. He's finally calmed down, my dog. It is my time to shine divine. Oh, you're welcome. And I did do a Pentacles challenge. So if you haven't done the Pentacles challenge, I have a full 14-day tarot money magical challenge that's free. So if you haven't done it and you would like a copy, you can send me an email at support@ethony.com and I can send it to you for free. If you or someone can drop the link in the chat, or I can do that when I have a second. It's safe for me to have money. I deserve to be financially independent. Gotta catch 'em all. Well, I deserve to feel good about money. I love that one too. I trust my ability to manifest money. Thank you, everybody. Money flows to me effortlessly. I think that's all of these ones that I had. Yeah, I had able at the time to get printed. So the deck is 50 cards, 50 full cards, a workbook, which is going to be the same size, dimensions. Okay. It's going to be in a box like this. And the guidebook for this Money Magic Standard is going to be, it's going to be so juicy. Actually, if you would indulge me, I'm going to bring up the writing that I've done for this. Because I want to show you the guidebook that I've been working on. At least show you some of the, talk to you about some of the text. I'm going to have a drink, guys, because it's really, really, really hot. And I hope that you've seen some of the stretch goals and some of the things on that I want to do with this if we get there, because honestly, some of them are so rad. Okay. Do we have this one? Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's take it. It is safe for me to have money. Just bringing this guidebook draft over here. Money, abundance, and wealth are all connected to your root chakra. Okay, the center of our connection to our root chakra, the energy center of security. When you don't feel safe in your own body and environment, it can be hard to feel safe about having something so coveted by most, money. I mean, we know I'm a girl who loves my true crime podcasts. Crime Junkie is my absolute favorite, and everything that they do. And it's always money, right? Follow the money. So when we don't feel safe, okay, the energy around us doesn't feel safe. And it can be hard to want something that is so coveted, or to accept it in our life that is so coveted by many. And money makes some people do disgusting things, honestly. So then there is a money, and there's more text, but I'm just giving you a little bit. Then there is a money magic mantra in action. So what can I do as an action outside of just getting this card in my reading to help me feel safer about my money? And this one is just opening up a private savings account, even if you can only put $1 a week into it as somewhere to start. Because if you have a little space outside of anything else outside of your joint accounts, outside of your kids' accounts for college, whatever accounts you have, that you can just put a little bit away just for yourself, that starts to help you feel safe about money. This is your safe space, right? Then there's more about how you can move into security. And then there's journal questions. And then the journal question for this one is write about how it feels when you have money in your possession. Because some people don't even think about it. There is I get into it in the guidebook, but there is this whole thing around like the psychology of money. And what can end up happening is if you have money in your wallet, or if you have money, like people who aren't aware of their money story just start like giving it away, or will spend it frivolously because they don't understand, they don't tap into how they're feeling when they have it. Because if you don't feel worthy of having that money, if you haven't been if you've been told money is dirty, money is bad, money is a root of all evil, and you don't deserve to have money for the things you love, or the job that you love, you are going to subconsciously get rid of that as fast as you can, right? So money, I'm so passionate about this because there is such bullshit in the spiritual community about wealth, right? And money is just a placeholder for everything else in our society. Okay, if we were bartering chickens and lambs, then we would be talking about the lamb manifestation cards, but we're not. We're talking about money, okay? And this spiritual idea that we can't have money because money is gross is such bullshit. One of the other favorite cards, I don't have the sample right now, is I'm a soulful custodian for money. I give and receive wealth mindfully, or I can't remember it off the top of my head. Maybe I can find it in here. Maybe someone will draw it today in a reading. And if you're a soulful custodian for money, right, then you can do what you want with it. For me, I help every month. It's not very much, but I help here it is. I'm a soulful custodian for money. I give and receive wealth, right? So one way I like being a soulful custodian of money, or actually there's lots, right? I like to pay artists. I like to work with artists. I like to support my community. I like to support small business. I like to donate to my son's school as much as I possibly can. And it's not always money. It's the fact that I can go down there and give my time, or give excess art supplies to his teacher, which I do a lot, right? So there's other ways that we can be soulful custodians. I actually am a part of a program, and I have been for a couple of years, called Only One, and they replant coral in the ocean, and they take out plastic waste. And so I do that every month. It's like $10 a month, right? That's one way I can be a soulful custodian. I like to support the Vancouver Sea Rescue Association. So they actually just got some baby sea otters, and you've got this little camera and you can watch the baby sea otter. But they rescue all the animals along the coast, and they're the only marine rescue place here. So I like to support them, and you do that by going to the Vancouver Aquarium. But I like to support them to help them take care of the animals that have been cut by, boats or things like that. So soulful custodian is so important. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do all this, because there are so many hang-ups around money. And if we can change our relationship with money, if we can change our narrative around money, because it's all connected to our worth, our worthiness, and the way in which we use our energy and resources in the world. And if we can get to a place where we are accepting that we deserve the best, the absolute best, and the best doesn't have to be what other people want, right? I don't want some hand on heart, I do not want some massive fucking house and a Lamborghini and to go to space or to go see the Titanic. If we're thinking like rich, super rich, I don't want any of that. That's not what I would want. I would want a house. I live in an apartment because Vancouver is the most expensive place on earth with my family. I'd love to have a house for my son, right? And my dogs and my family. I'd love to have a house. And I would love to do what I do. for the rest of my life, and I would like to do a little bit more travel. That's luxury to me. So that's the reason why I've done these cards. So the standard version is going to be fully illustrated with a full workbook guidebook in the same box. Right, totally. Patricia's saying she wants to live a simple life and have security. And I talk about security a lot in the guidebook. And it's going to have the backs. The mini deck is going to be poker sized. Now the images have been updated. You can see them all on the Kickstarter, and they work with the big cards. Okay, so they're not exactly the same, but they tie together, and they're going to be poker sized. Okay, and the poker sized box is going to be a clamshell box, and it's going to have a fold out, an instructional fold out on how to use the cards. It won't have the guidebook. The guidebook is only going to come with the big version. One of the first stretch goals that we have for the project is, I believe, getting the deck in a 10. So if you have a look at stretch goals, if we hit 35,000, and this is Canadian, and it includes the postage this time. I'm not doing what I did last time with the Cosmic Wisdom. It was a nightmare. If we hit 35,000 Canadian, the mini deck will be in a 10. Okay, and that whole idea is that you can take it anywhere with you. So if you want to do the big money work, oh my gosh, okay, so Squaw Valley History turned me onto an incredible spray called Show Me the Benjamins on Etsy. I sprayed on my tarot table and on my wallet. Eco Chakra, yes. So Eco Chakra, actually, this is one of the ones I was holding up before. We're going to do a little collab too, because I use her Show Me the Benjamins all the time. So those are the decks. So we have the three. We have the Luminous Flow. Okay, we have the Money Magic. And we have the mini, which is going to look like that. So there is a lot going on. So I'm just going to take a quick drink break, and then we're going to do some readings and draw some prizes. I have been working for years on this, guys. I want you to know I have not slapped any of this together last minute. I have been working on these decks for years. And I have thought really, really, really hard on how to make everything as juicy as possible, how to make everything as accessible as possible. Yeah, I just it's just something that I've worked really hard on, and working with the Money Magic manifestation cards, along with everything else that I've done, has changed my relationship with money like you have no idea. I have completely changed how I feel about money and resources, and it has helped me so much. And that's why I did the mini one as well, because I wanted there to be a way that you could get the deck without you having to get the big one. But I mean, I hope everyone gets what they want. Yeah, I've worked really, really hard on this. So I'm just, again, going to take a quick drink of water. Ooh, she's been talking a lot. Thank you, Elaine. I really do. And, I think there are a number of us who are like this. But I honestly think that you can, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think you can tell if someone creates stuff that comes from a user background. And what I mean by that is I didn't come to this industry, I didn't come to being a reader and author and creator, again, which pinched me. I never thought I'd be doing this as I see that this is something I can do. I was a reader first. I was a student first. I was a student in the craft. I was a student in tarot reading, in cartomancy, in divination, in life first. And I came to everything else I've ever done from there. I've always been a user. So I've always been someone who loves to work with tools. And I have been a part of this community longer than I have been someone who has, now Paula's gone to get another thing to chew on, longer than I have been someone who is an author and a creator of decks. So I think you can tell, I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong, maybe you can't, but I think you can tell when someone comes to the tarot and comes to everything from that space, if that makes sense. Okay, should we do some readings? You've all been so very patient with me. Oh, I love shuffling. It's such an honor to be one of your students. Your passion signs for what you do. I think of you first when someone says, I want to learn the tarot. Oh, and I always say, my teacher is the best. Oh my God, Amanda. Oh, made me cry. I came to your channel and decks from YouTube and I haven't left. Oh my gosh, I love your content. Guys. And again, keep telling me if you've pledged in the comments, please. So it's going to help me go today. It's a scary, busy day. Okay, so how I'm going to do the reading is I would love for you to put your questions in the chat, and I am going to pull a card and a money card. Now, it doesn't have to be around money, okay? Your question doesn't have to be around money. But I want to pull cards from each one to show you how you can work with these cards any way that you want to. Really great question. Oh, by the way, the samples were the smaller samples, the full deck, this full deck, and the smaller one were meant to be here yesterday, and it's not my regular printing company, so I'm, don't have to worry about being upset with that. But they were meant to be here yesterday and they're not. So what I'm going to do when they do arrive, I'm going to do a full flip through like I did of the Luminous Flow, and I'm going to put it on YouTube so you'll be able to see the art up close. Thank you for your pledge. I really, really, really appreciate it. Okay, so Stephanie, I'm starting the process of buying the business I currently work at. It's a franchise. Can I do this? Will it work out? Okay, I love this question because here we have a question of, can I do this? And will it work out? Those are two different questions, like two different aspects, and I love that. So I'm actually going to pull a number of cards. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, my darling. And I know you quite well, Stephanie. Not well as in like don't think we've ever met in person, but I know your name. Honestly, also guys, I notice your names. Like I know a number of you on here, like Elwyn. There's a lot of you on here that I actually know and see you on my channel and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate the shit out of you guys. Okay. So Stephanie, starting the process. Okay. Okay, I've just pulled your 2 tarot cards. Now I'm going to pull your money card. such classic cards for this reading. All right. So the first one is, can you do this? So this is the Hierophant, and this is Taurus and tradition. So yes, you can do this. And the message for this is everything will be slow and steady. Okay, so no overextension for the Hierophant. The Hierophant doesn't overextend. Tap into any kind of community that you can as well, because the Hierophant is the person who is bringing messages forward. So this also speaks to me of having a really good marketing plan. But yes, you can, but also looking at traditional ways in which people make franchises work. So whether, you don't need to break all of the conventions, I guess, to make it work. Traditionally, if this franchise has worked before for other people, the trend is going to continue. Okay, so this is can you do it? Yes, you can. All right, you absolutely can. The Hierophant can get a little stuck in their ways though, right? I wish I had I need a little thing to stick the cards on because I speak so much with my hands. The Hierophant can get a little stuck in their ways. So while it's great to look at traditions, and while it's fantastic to look at what is traditionally working, also look at how you can work smarter, not harder. And if you can find someone who is inspirational to just, even if it's a podcast, I love podcasts, but even if it's a podcast or something to keep your finger on the pulse around marketing. Actually, if you send me an email, I can send you some suggestions just to keep you in that balance of, it's kind of that Two of Pentacles again, of the way things are done traditionally, and also keeping a finger on how quickly everything changes in the market. The second card you had is Will It Work Out? And we have the Chariot. So this is a sign of Cancer. And this card is, yes, it's protection going forth, bringing those two things together. Another duality here. So before I was talking about the Two of Pentacles, that juggle, we have the white and or the cream and black horse, bringing those ideas and willpower together in order to go one way. It is leaving the safety and security of being someone who is working in a job to owning the position. So yes, absolutely you can. And then your money manifestation cards is all of my actions and words attract wealth into my life. And there's a fucking crab on it. Dude, Stephanie, Cancer, the sign of Cancer, and you have a little crab here. So this is making sure your insurance is in place, making sure there's protections for your money. But every action and word attracts wealth into my life. I mean, these two cards work so beautifully together. And you all heard me shuffling, so there was no monkeying around there. Yeah, if you do those things, you will absolutely be successful. So that's your mini read, my darling. Okay, Magical Mundane Tarot. I came to the tarot via the craft. I jokingly tell people my circle of friends peer pressured me into learning tarot. I mean, I came to the tarot via my study in Wicca. And the craft was out when I was a teenager. So yeah, I get that. Irene Padilla, what can I do to facilitate me getting a job? Really great question. Oh, yes. I love these questions, everyone. Keep them coming. I didn't really have a time limit on how long I was going to be on here for. I have another live at 1, so I'm going to be a very busy bumblebee today. So I won't be on here all day, but I don't mind being on here for a good while for you all. Again, keep telling me in the chat if you've pledged for the deck. A reminder for everyone who is new, sorry, froggy in the throat, that the bundle is the collections, the complete collection, the early bird collection, the money bundle. They're not going to be on the website, so you can save a lot of money getting the bundle. It's going to be an exclusive only to Kickstarter. Beautiful cards for you, Irene. We have the 9 of Cups. What can I do to facilitate me getting a job? The 9 of Cups. And money is energy that flows to me. And what beautiful cards, because you can see on here too the flow of those cups coming out, the flow of the water. Now remember, you don't have to use these decks together. I'm using them together today to show you how you can, but you don't have to. So the Nine of Cups, to facilitate you getting a job, is about embracing all of the things that makes you uniquely you, that makes you shine and different from anybody else. It is a card of self-esteem. It is a card of confidence. And one of the things that we can tend to be a little shy about is asking, is networking and speaking to people, because we're afraid of no. And there is something around networking for you, and around being open to speaking to people that maybe you wouldn't have approached before to get a job, that is around this. I'm really good at my job, and I should be employed here. And I also look at that 2 arcs. The money is an energy that flows to me, and those arcs of cups. And this really archways are the doorway for you to walk through. So if you are someone who is kind of waiting for permission to do something, this is really asking you to jump forward. The other thing for this is I want to see is that this is mundane. So mundane, working on networking, being around the right people, finding the right environment and the right places to have those right conversations, and working every day on your self-esteem. It can be so hard to be out of work. It can be a really hard thing on your self-esteem and self-worth. And I talk about this in the Money Magic cards, because we are not the sum of the money in our bank account, the job that we have, the title of our job, the work that we do. And this is something that I also struggle with, right? Like, I feel like I have to be useful and producing and doing things all the time, or I don't feel like I'm good enough. Like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough, So that can be a part of that for you, is really focusing on everything from the inside out. And then this money is energy that flows to me. Maybe sitting back a little bit, and instead of going out too much to find it, allow it to come to you, and getting very clear about how you want to feel in a job, how you want to feel in yourself every day, and then going from there. And that can be very hard because money is a necessity, but if you can make that little adjustment, it might help you out there. Hopefully that helps you, Irene, and best of luck. Lots of love and luck to you for finding a job. And don't be afraid to have conversations. It's really, yesterday I was in line getting coffee, and this poor girl behind she was a woman, as in she wasn't a girl, she was a woman, was behind the counter by herself, because it was early in the morning and her other staff members hadn't clocked on, her colleagues. And there was me, and then there was some other people. And I said, don't rush with me, like it's okay. I don't have anywhere to be immediately if the people behind me were actually firefighters. So I was like, look, their job is a lot more important than mine. Do their coffee first, let them get back to work, and I will wait. And she said, thank you so much for being so patient. A lot of people have been complaining this morning. And I said, well, it's not your fault that there's no one else here. You just work here. And then we were chatting, and she's actually an accountant and a CPA. And she actually sent me, and I gave her my card, and she sent me an email last night, because I was like, oh, I have some people I can connect you with. So just don't be afraid to have conversations. I'm just saying, something like that. Blue Charlie, what is blocking me from getting my spiritual business out there? Really, really good question. We're going in today, guys. We're going in. And for anyone who is on the East Coast, no, not East Coast, West Coast, if you're in the Portland, Seattle area, I'm going to be at the Northwest Tarot Symposium this year in September, it's less than a month away. There is a free metaphysical fair. I'm going to be vending. I'm also speaking and doing a panel on creating decks and a bunch of other stuff. But there's a free fair, and I will be there the whole weekend vending. So if you do want to come and say hi, please, please, please come and say hello. I'll put the information in the chat as well. There's day tickets as well if you just want to come for a day. But the free fair is a full market. There's readers. It's really, really fun. Okay, so that's in Portland, guys, in Oregon. What is blocking me from getting my spiritual business out there? Ace of Cups. And I deserve to feel good about money. So Ace of Cups for me in this, what is blocking you? It's the emotions that are blocking you, okay? It is likely, the Ace of Cups is a wonderful card, but it's also the card of overwhelm. So this can be when our cup is already full and then we put more water in it, what happens? It spills over. So really looking at the overwhelm that's happening in getting your business out there. Keep it simple and break it down, okay? So what I can tell you from someone who has been doing this is my 11th year in business, maybe? No, 10 years of working for myself. And it's been up and down and all around, I can tell you right now. It is a challenge. It's amazing, but it is a challenge. I'm not going to lie and tell you it's all fluffy bunnies and puppy dogs. When you're overwhelmed, look at the next thing you need to do. Just focus on the one thing you need to do. Get a plan as to the things that you need to do overall, right? So, and then break it down. But if you're getting overwhelmed, I'm seeing like, maybe there is someone that you can have a session with that will help you break it down. If you're afraid to be seen, which could also be this, like you're afraid people are going to judge you and put their emotions onto you, then there is some stuff that you can do around that as well. But you also deserve to feel good about your business, and you deserve to feel good about money. So going into this place of, this is something that I deserve. I don't need anybody else's permission. I don't need anybody else to tell me that I can do this and that I should do this and this is what I'm going to do. And then if you're getting stuck in that emotional overwhelm or that energetic overwhelm, because remembering this is also connected to our body's different energy systems, then slow it down, break it down, and just do one thing at a time. I've said this time and time again. So for anyone on here who is running a business, wants to run a business, is at their work or is working on a project, doing one small thing a day towards your project, towards your business, towards your goal, at the end of the year will be 365 small things, and they will add up. So whether that is writing a little bit on your train ride to work or bus ride to work on your phone, whether that is taking your lunch hour at your stepping stone job to do social creation images on Canva. So just doing small things and then not rushing anything can really help. The other thing for you, Blue Charlie, is done is better than perfect, okay? If you have this like perfectionist streak or that it has to be exactly like this, let things flow and change, and you can change your mind in business and you can adapt, because if it's your spiritual business, you have the right. And then the other thing with that Ace of Cups can be, yeah, the buck stops with you, but so does the success. And that can be a little scary. So there's a lot there to unpack. So hopefully that helps. I love all your decks. They're so pretty and speak to your inner being. Thank you so much. I love listening to shuffling. Just made a pledge. Thank you. Moving to California in a few months. Can I get some advice for me and your partner? Amanda, that's so exciting. You're going to be on my side of the country. Maybe one day we can actually hang. Amanda and I have known each other on the internet. Oh my God, it has been a long time, hasn't it, honey? Amanda is an incredible performer, and Amanda's partner is an actor. I tell you, oh my goodness, you're going to be around me. That's so exciting. Maybe we'll get to hang out one day. Maybe we can make some just make some plans to say hello. Okay. So funny, Amanda. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I picked a card for you and your partner. I hope that's okay. And then a money card. So you got the King of Wands. Your partner got the Knight of Wands. And your money card is, I create my financial reality and beautiful abundance. So this is so perfect for you both because of the jobs that you're in. So the advice for you in this King of Wands is, Wands is creation, expression. He's my archetype of the entrepreneur. And you are an entrepreneur when you work for yourself in a creative way, for sure, which is what you both do. And so this King of Wands really says, look, you've got this. You've been doing all you need to do to prepare for the reality of moving. The part that I would really lean into with this King of Wands being the sign of Leo is making sure you have a financial plan and a budget. And I say that because I know how expensive it is out there. And this adventure person, the Knight of Wands, needs to be reined in a little bit by this King of Wands, okay? Because the King has got that experiential space. And it'd be interesting if you could drop in the comments whether that aligns, whether you're the Knight and he's the King, and you're the King and he's the Knight. But that's what came up when I drew the cards. So being a team, you already are. And then this I create my financial reality and beautiful abundance. I mean, you are a creator, and you both are. So there's going to be this opportunity to keep going. But look how fiery all of this is. So getting a budget, getting a plan is going to be important. But really chasing this creativity is going to be super, super, super valuable for both of you. And it's really something that you both need to do this lifetime right now, right? You know, it's something you really need to go and do to put your all into. And I know you will. And hopefully one day I'll get the email from you or I'll see you on social together, that you're in a show and I can come and see you. It could be like on the coast, because I absolutely love that. Patricia, you're welcome. It's absolutely correct. We both laugh when you said the King needs to reign in the Night. But it's such I love the Night, right? Sagittarius, adventure. Yes, it's a yes person. You know, it's like one of those things where it's just like the yes person is fantastic. We need yes people. And the King of Wands is a yes person as well. But it's a little bit more of a reined in yes person, right? It's a little bit more of a like, okay, we need to say yes and a plan, right? Whereas the Knight just goes yes and is like, it'll all work out as we figure it out. I'm such a Knight person. I have 3 mutable signs as my top 3. So I completely drives everyone in my life crazy, because I'm just like, I say yes and then figure it out later. And everyone else is like, what are you doing? But I absolutely thrive in chaos. So it's just really getting those two to work together. And this is not your first rodeo together either. And I know, and I have the privilege of knowing that about you both. But it's absolutely a wonderful thing. And I would love to meet you guys in person and have a mocktail, because I don't drink, but I'll have a coffee and meet you, because it's just, I've known you for so long. Patricia, will I find a job that makes me happy again? I feel like I've been searching for a new job for 2 years and nothing has spoken to you. Okay. The first thing that I got from my guides before I even started to shuffle the cards is maybe you need to create a job that makes you happy again. But that's just what my guides screamed to me while I was shuffling. So it'll be interesting to see how that manifests. And also, my loves, if you're unable to if you're unable to back at the decks, even just like a little $1 hello makes all the difference. But I will never pressure anyone to do anything, by the way. That's not my Jimmy Jams either. Okay, alrighty. So I had my guide scream to me like, you may need to create a job that makes you happy again. And then I got some really interesting cards for you. I have the Four of Swords. And I wish you could see the details of this up close, because the camera kind of washes it out a little bit. And it's my time to shine, divine. So this feels like you have been waiting and resting and pausing, but now it's time for you to go out and unleash your brilliant shine onto the world. And big part of, will you find a job that will make you happy again? I'm sure this is just in the way that you're typing this, and we're not having like a session one-on-one, so we can't kind of dive into it, is that you want to find a good workplace, you want to find something that fulfills you, but also that purpose and that happiness has got to come from the inside out as well. I mean, I said that in the Nine of Cups. Sorry, guys. It is so hot in here and I can't have the fans, otherwise you'll just hear the fan and the air conditioner. Got to stay hydrated, everyone. Got to stay hydrated. So with this, dreaming and putting it out there, have you written down for yourself what your ideal job looks like, feels like, the hours, the pay, the environment, the role, like really getting specific about what it is that you're actually looking for the universe? And then, because the universe loves detail, loves specificity. Oh, that was a big word for a Thursday morning. And then it's my time to shine, divine, is really that this is it now. This is the time for you to go out and look and network and apply yourself to finding what makes you happy. But honestly, that message from my guides, let me know in the chat if it resonates. But they said it might be time for you to create something, create a role, create a consulting business, something like that, where you can actually facilitate finding that job that makes you happy. I love this card so much, this golden glittery person so much. I love it. Will I see a big increase in sales and income? So this is a yes, no. I will answer it. I'm not the biggest fan of yes, no readings, just because, or things that are a little closed, because it can be a little harder to allow the messages to speak. But we are going to have a look. Oh my gosh, we have the Ace of Cups again. Ace of Cups, and it is safe for me to have money. So this does speak of increase of new things, right? So the Ace is new, the start of the Suits story. This is an increase in the flow of things. And this, it is safe for me to have money, does say that there is going to be that increase coming to you. And I mean, this has got rain on it, on the it is safe for me to have money. So there's very much this, if there's anything, what that says to me for you is, if there's anything that you've been holding on to emotionally, if you need to release and let go, that you've been bottling up, that now is the time to do it, so you can see that increase in sales and income. Elwyn, what money message do you have for me at this time? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to be on here for another 7 minutes. I'm going to bounce at 10:30 because it will have been an hour and a half. So I'm going to do a couple of more readings, and then I'm going to be giving some things away. So this will not be the only live I'm going to do. I'm hoping now that a lot of things have been completed project-wise, I can do some more readings. I'll probably jump on Instagram at some point too. Okay, 3 of Cups, and money is an energy that flows to me. 3 of Cups is very much that community, and I know you, Elwyn, so really just focusing on your community and building community and allowing that money to flow. This is also the card of collaborating with your community and building those strong connections and strong friendships, and then allowing that money energy to just flow to you and not worry so much about holding on too tightly to it. So Rain of April, I'm very happy that I took your Master Tarot course. It taught me so much. Thank you so much, April. I pledged things are tight. Hopefully my money manifestation will be on point in the next 30 days. Yes, and again, if you haven't taken the free, if you haven't done the free money magic, let's put it in here, my journey through the Pentacles. And the thing with that is your money work, your manifestation work, your money work, all that kind of stuff, it's not something that is one and done. I'm just going to put the money challenge in the chat. It's not one and done. It's not something you just go, cool, I fixed my shit, and then move on. Like, it's not, that life doesn't work like that. So if you've done it the first time and you're like, okay, well, you know, I did the thing, or I dropped off, or whatever it is, even if you just take, you know, one of the days and do it, anything you can do to make some consistent changes around your relationship with money is going to help. Do the cards, this is for 3 shifting veils. Do the cards, guides, have anything to say about my current path? Okay. Yes, 8 of Swords, and I attract money like a beautiful magnet. 8 of Swords, I love this card because it is the card of freeing yourself and liberating yourself. And swords are the realm of the mind, our thoughts, our beliefs, our attitudes, the words we speak, our communication. So this is how you're going to free yourself and liberate yourself. And as you can see around the swords at the front, there is a way for this person forward. There's nothing really stopping this person from walking free. And so for you, it's really liberating yourself through your words, thoughts, and beliefs. And then your money card is I attract money like a beautiful magnet. So this could be, if you want to replace the word money for the right resources, the right energy, like a beautiful magnet, you can do that as well. So maybe there's been a space where you've been pausing. You feel like things have been a little stuck lately, but there is going to be a way through it, and that is through that 8 of Swords and allowing things to come to you as a magnet. Okay, I'll do one more. I had to take out a student loan for grad school and I'm a little stressed about it. Can I create a better perspective and relationship with money? You absolutely can. Absolutely can. I'm going to pull some cards for you for today. Oh, there's so many good questions, everyone. I hope I can come back soon and do another one for you. Maybe I'll have to do another one when the other samples come. How about we do that? Right? Is everyone down for that? Let me know in the comments. Do you think I should when the full samples for the money cards come? Okay, so 4 of Swords, and I forgive and release my financial stress with love. And look at how closely aligned these are, Amanda. You have the doves in your money card, and there's almost that dove over that person's heart. Can you see that in the 4 of Swords? This is really about releasing that stress with love and understanding that there are times in life when you are, I'm going to say forced, but when doing things like taking out student loans for grad school, or having to take out a loan to pay for unexpected medical costs, which I could get into, everybody, about how I think education and medicine should not be a business model like it is, but that is a whole nother discussion. But there are times when that's going to happen, right? There are times when you're going to be doing this. So if you've been stressing about it, releasing that is going to be really important. And, saying this too, as much as possible, that's your card. I forgive and release my financial stress with love. Just releasing it, not holding on to it is going to be a way to move past this. Oh no, what have I done? Or this is going to be hung over my head forever. Again, I have so many thoughts about student loans. I don't know if you're in the States, but especially in the States, I think it's icky as. And then the Four of Swords is just like mentally rest. Okay. Don't try not to stress, because you have other more important things to put your precious time, energy, and thoughts towards rather than that. I hope that helps. Hello. Thank you so much. Did I get to... Oh, thank you everybody for all that. Oh, okay. Tropical Empress in Spirit, girl. I'm assuming. I'm gonna pull you some cards. You've been here since like the very bloody beginning of this live, so I'm gonna pull you some cards. You'll be my lucky last. Oh yeah. I wanted to assume that Magical Mundane Tarot, but I didn't want to assume that. For me, when I found witchcraft, when I found the craft, when I found Wicca, it was the year, I want to say maybe the year the craft actually, the movie came out, or it was the year before. So those two things for me are like really connected. I think it was the year before, because I remember when the trailer came out, I was like, oh no, here we go. But I love the craft. I love the craft movie. I mean, who doesn't? It's so iconic. So for me, those two things are so intrinsically linked, because I was a teenager at the time. Yes, I'm old. That when people say the craft, I'm like kind of go to both, if that makes sense. Okay, Tropical Empress. I feel like you and I have very similar kind of probably stories and paths to how we found the tarot. Alrighty, so for the amazing Tropical Empress and Spirit, your first card is the Empress. If you could see the detail in this card, it is, there's a bee, of course, there's the Venus sign, we have the pomegranates down here for her. There's the crown of stars. So the Empress is a card of nurturing, abundance. What a great card to finish on. Nurturing, abundance, and prosperity. So this is such a fabulous card to have. And the money is energy that flows to me. Lots of people have had this. Now, the reason why there's been so many people who've had similar cards, and I have been shuffling, you can hear it, is because the whole sample isn't here yet. So again, I will do some more readings when it has arrived. I'm going to find out where they are stuck, because they were supposed to be here yesterday. But those are your cards, my darling. So knowing that every seed that you plant will grow into something beautiful and something to fruition, and that it is an energy, it flows to you, it's a never-ending energy, because Gaia always has abundance. The Empress always has abundance. The universe is an abundant place. So those are your cards. Oh my gosh. It's a birthday gift to myself. So excited. Thank you. Yes, you're in the States, and I'm hoping it'll be worth it in the end. Yeah. I think I have a feeling it will be. For you, my darling, that took out the student loan, just focus on what opportunities this is going to give you versus what you have entered into. And I hope that by the time you have to worry about it, all of the loans are forgiven, because I think it is ridiculous the way that it is set up over there. Okay. Education should be free. Should be free. Teachers should be paid more. Nurses should be paid for. All that kind of stuff. I have so many other thoughts. I would just like to say thank you so much before I do the giveaway stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you again for everyone who has pre-ordered, ordered, is going to get my book. You are fucking rock stars, and I love you. Thank you to everyone who is going to back, has backed, shares my project. That's the other thing. If you are unable to back the project, please share it, guys. Like if you're a part of tarot groups, please share it. If you have some friends that you think will love it, please share it, because that's free. And oh my gosh, does it help? It helps heaps. So sharing is just as impactful. So thank you. I really appreciate if you could do that as well. And here's to a fantastic launch day. Let's do some prizes. Let's do some prizes. Okay. So, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, everybody. Like, you have no idea. This community is just like, you guys are everything. Thank you. So the first prize I'm going to be drawing today is a signed copy of my book, Tarot Grimoire, that you can go and get absolutely anywhere that you get books. It is also on the Kindles. It's on the Kindles, guys. Very exciting. And yeah, so that is this one. Okay. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do lots more. All right. Now, the easiest way to do this is I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20. Whoever gets the number is going to get the book. So put it in the comments. What number am I thinking of? I'll write it down so you know that I'm not cheating. 1 and 20. What's the number? Keep guessing. Lots of people said 17. Interesting. Stephanie, you're the winner. 13. 13. Congratulations, Stephanie. You have won a signed copy of Tarot Grimoire. Please send me an email to support@ethony.com and I will get that out to you. Support@ethony.com. I have to do it like that because it won't put it in there and I don't want spam. Okay, there is more. Ready for the next one. Congratulations, Stephanie. Okay. This is for 2 copies. I didn't bring any with me because honestly, I had to take the dogs out. It was just a morning. But 2 sets of tarot journal stickers for the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot, and that includes shipping anywhere in the world. I have got a number between 1 and 30. What is the number? I've written it down. 1 and 30. Whoever gets the number gets the prize. 1 and 30. Keep going. I'll let you know when you guys are right. So this is for 2 copies of the tarot stickers. Whoa. Laurie, you won. Congratulations, 26. So I'm going to put Laurie's name on that one. Stephanie was the book. There's more, guys. I love giving things away. Gifts are my love language. Okay, the next one is a copy of the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot. So this is my latest deck. Okay, my latest deck that came out. So you'll get a copy of that, and it's going to be signed. So I'm going to send it from my office, my space. I'm going to sign it for you, and that's to anywhere in the world. And I have a number now, between 1 and 30. Go. You know the drill. Whoever gets the number gets the deck. Oh, Tropical Empress Spirit. Yes, you got it. Oh, hang on. Everyone is like, everyone is going so quickly. 11. Congratulations. So that is for Tropical. If you can send me an email. Do you guys want me to give away another signed book? Who wants me to give away another signed book? Come on, guys. Let me know. Do you want me to give away another signed book? If you say yes, I will do another one. I will give away another one because I got my copies. I've got my author copies here. So we'll do that. All righty, we're going to do another signed book. Okay. I have written a number between 1 and 30. Go. Go. So this is for a copy of Tarot Grimoire signed by myself. Okay. Keep going. I haven't seen it, I don't think. Robin, you won. Because the reason I say that is because Tropical Empress actually got it, but they've already won something. So I'm going to, if that's okay, I'm going to give it to Robin. With 7. Is that okay, Tropical Empress? Are you okay with that, with those rules? If that is, does that sound fair to you? I don't want to upset anybody. But if you would rather Tropical Empress, because you got both of them, if you would rather the book than the deck, let me know and I can sort it out. But Robin's Reflections. Okay, you won a signed copy of the book. So Tropical Empress, I will give you an option whether you want the deck or the book. We can discuss that. So for all the winners, please send me an email, support@ethony.com, and I will get your information to ship everything out to you. Okay, so today is one of the days where I'm going to be shitting my pants all day. Because I get very nervous around stuff like launching a Kickstarter. So I'm just going to pop it again in the chat. If you can back, thank you. If you can share, thank you. Remembering the bundles are an exclusive to Kickstarter. Once those bundles are gone, they are gone. And they are at a reduced price for my wonderful bumblebees. I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for everything. I will be back when the samples arrive here, the full samples for the mini and the big one. I'm going to come back and do some more readings for you. Oh, the early bird collection is gone. Someone just nabbed the last early bird collection. But there is still the full collection left. So you can still get the complete collection. And the difference is not very much, right, for Kickstarter, but it won't be on my website. So I'm just letting you guys know. Thank you. I love you all so much. Have a great day. More videos will be coming soon. More free readings are coming soon. Thank you. You know what, guys? Just email me, Robin. I'll send you something, girl. You won. So love you, love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you're back at 1 o'clock, so that's going to be in like 2 hours. Woo, girlfriend's got to get some food in her. I'm doing a book club chat with Jenna, and I'm probably going to be giving away some more signed copies. So I will see you again soon. I'll put in the community on YouTube where you can find the link for that. Bye, everyone. Have a beautiful day.